Praise. What it do, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back. It's Squad Nero back in the building. I got my humble host, Croco's Corner, Nino, and T Smooth, and me, Sage, your humble host for another extravaganza filled with anime, laughter, and comic book shit. All right. Week 52, episode 52. Excuse my French. We back up in this thing, but the mimosas got me zooted. All right, y'all.
Well,
so we got a couple of different topics. We got Daredevil Born Again, new trailer just dropped, hot fire. Sakamoto days. Am I Sakamoto. My bad. I'm bugging. All right, Sakamoto days. New episode just dropped. I watched that joint, pretty good. Solo leveling as well. We got some more news about a topic that we touched upon last week. I'm not even going to give it up right now. And a new console as well that just dropped. I'm sorry. Bill's information came in. I'm trying to see who's on the injured list. Ray Davis is playing. That's what we needed. All right, that's what we needed. We didn't need, but it's a very nice thing. Did they say anything about Zay Flowers though? I'm sorry.
He's not playing. He's doubtful.
He's doubtful. All right, that's what I was thinking too. I just want.
Let's start off with the console because I know our main thing. We don't really talk about consoles too much, but
get that out the way.
The Nintendo Switch 2.
You want to play the reveal trailer or nah?
Well, this is the first look trailer from Nintendo of America's YouTube.
That's what I mean to say. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
That thing looks sleek. So it just breaks off?
That's the old Switch.
Oh, that was the old one. Now it's a new one. Okay, I'm bugging. My bad. USB-C. The buttons on the outside. New sleek design. Type shit. Lean that thing up. All the way down. I don't know who the fuck they wanted to do for that. They just get nasty with the Switch trailer.
What's all this? Goddamn.
I thought this music that they got for this shit is so lackluster.
Nintendo's not. They're all.
That's that stock.
It's like some 2000s
That's that
McDonald's
stock
commercial
music.
This is that free to play music.
That free to play. We ain't trying to get no copyright. Not on our console reveal.
We gotta drop this on YouTube, Google, and Sony Pictures. Hell nah. Get that free to play and call it a day.
A detachable PSP.
Yeah. That's gonna do us hard, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that music is ass. Oh my god.
Did they ever go into the resolution or the graphics?
So 1080p handheld and then 4K upscaling when you dock it. So the cool thing about this is that one, like it showed here, you'll be able to play old like the Nintendo Switch games on the Nintendo Switch 2 with the ability to utilize the hardware. So games like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet that play trash on the current system will play much better on the Switch 2.
Gotcha.
And then you'll be able to play it like they showed. That's the new Mario Kart 9. We've been waiting for that because they dropped the Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U. Then they remastered it and dropped it on the Switch. Now we're getting a new Mario Kart.
Right.
That's going to be a big thing because I'm going to tell you now, I'm picking that up. Day one.
A lot of people been waiting for that.
People are catching these hands in Mario Kart 9. And if they do it right, give me a double dash mode from GameCube. Mario Kart Double Dash was heat. When you got your homies on like the backside of the car, snap, the Rams fumbled and the Eagles almost took it back for a touchdown. But the fact that it's just a little bit bigger, but a little bit thicker because it's going to pretty much push the limits. They already say it's going to be like playing the PS4 within your hands. So yes, it's not PS5 graphics, but Nintendo is not known for graphics. They're known for like their games aesthetics with content, like Mario, Donkey Kong. Yeah, I'm still waiting on a new Star Fox.
Attention to detail. I'm not even gonna lie. Their games is top tier. Yeah, that's why they have That's why they have the audience to be able to sell these specific devices to. Because if you really think about it in the mainstream, you would probably hear more of a PlayStation or an Xbox more so than a Nintendo Switch, depending on who your friends, depending on who you roll with type of thing. But if I'm thinking we don't even have no recollection or no knowledge on game systems, I'm pretty sure people would bring up PlayStation and Xbox before they did a Nintendo Switch. Not putting slight on Nintendo Switch's name, because obviously they have a more than abundant amount of people that fuck with their systems. Hell, I bought one for Shawty not too long ago, and she's been playing it, enjoying it type of thing. I'm looking to get this one. I'm curious though for Croco and Nino. I know y'all interested in more so probably the PlayStation or PC route, but how do y'all feel about the Nintendo Switch 2? Are y'all excited about it?
I'm excited about it because even if, like you're saying, like graphics isn't really Nintendo's strong suit, I think PS4 graphics on a handheld device is pretty decent in my opinion. And it's not like this is a system that's going to break the bank. I don't know how much like the Switch usually costs, but I know it's not like I got to drop like $500 on this.
It's speculated that this would be $350, $400.
No, goddamn.
The original Switch was $300, so they're only going up.
That's still not bad. Trust me, bro.
That's not bad. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have more games on this, and the Switch can plug into the TV though, right?
Yep, it's a dock. So this one, the original Switch will get you up to 1080p. This one you can play 1080p in your hands because the original Switch will only play up to 720p. So 1080p handheld, 4K upscaling on the TV, where when they showed the dock looks like it has extra cooling on it to be able to handle the the output of this, because when you have that thing docked, it might be blowing like crazy trying to keep up with the graphics that they're trying to push out with all these games on your television through the dock. And the other cool thing about it is, if you notice, there's a USB-C plug at the bottom and one at the top. So when you're gaming, and you want to use like that dock, you can plug it in at the top now, so you don't have to worry about the cable being bent or anything when you're trying to play it. Let's say you want to play it on a tray table or something. You can do that and be able to charge it at the same time. The current Switch has a kickstand, but you can't plug it in at the same time.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's a cool looking device to me. I mean, I'm not. I probably
get it. It's appropriate update.
Yeah. Nintendo's like not really my speed as far as like the games they got, but it still look cool.
What about you, Krakow?
Yeah. I think it's solid updates from the Switch. I think the Switch was just the biggest thing is going back to what you were saying, Sage, is when you're talking about like actually gaming, most people are just going to go to either Xbox, PlayStation. That's the two like big heavy hitters if you're talking about like heavy duty gaming. The Switch always, Nintendo historically in my eyes, maybe not so much in its earlier conceptions, but at least for the majority of my life, it's more like it's always been like family consoles. Like when I think of the Wii, I think of the Wii U. I think that those are consoles that you could kind of share amongst the entire family. And for them to just more or less polish a system that really seemed perfect, being a Switch, to polish it even further here with the Switch 2, just kind of get, we're not going to try to create something new and out of the woodworks, like a completely different system. I mean, we got that with the Wii, and the Wii was cool, but to do a new system and to just kind of say, okay, listen, no, this system works. It gives everybody everything that they need. It gives them that handheld aspect, plus to be able to play on the actual television, to know that you could take that hybrid system that is kind of true for the titles that Nintendo has, where they have a lot of great standalone titles. When you think of like Zelda, Smash Bros, even though that's something that can be played amongst the family, it still could be a great like single player kind of game as well. Mario Kart, Super Mario Brothers, Pokemon. When you think of the games like that, that's under Nintendo, it's great that you can have. It's like you have three functions with it. You could either play it as a handheld, have it on your own. You could play it on a computer, or you could play it with friends and family with the couch co-op options that they do have. So them sticking to that formula and just adding like little things, like T said, the little dock, improved graphics on the handheld side, giving the people a larger screen so that way you actually feel like you're playing a game. I mean, I had the handheld Switch, and I played Fortnite on that, and I've always hated so small. But like if you size it up, even playing Zelda, I hated how small it was. But if to have that screen at that size that they have it at, with the updated graphics, it's solid. I think the Switch is just like, out of the three systems, I think it's the most like versatile in regards to not necessarily the power. It's not as versatile in power, but and that's like T said, that's not what it's intended to be. But it makes up for that in its versatility and options, being whether you want to play alone, play with family, play a handheld. It's money. I see it selling well. I hope that it does so well.
Honestly, the Switch came out, it was before I even moved out here. So 2016,
2018, right?
2018. So
I don't know. I mean, look,
7 years with this console, so many titles, and it sold well during COVID.
Yeah,
it sold well during COVID.
2017, March 3rd.
Yep. So I bought that day one, and that was right before I moved out here. So yeah, that we're coming on 8 years of this. Usually, a console's span life is like 6-7 years.
Yep.
Which honestly is kind of dope that they were able to keep up with it and keep it going with all these titles, the Pokemon games, everything under the sun. So we lost. Oh no, he's back. So my whole thing is, at the end of the day, like, they have the means to be able to keep these consoles going at least maybe 10, 15 years if they want to. But I stand on this. They missed their mark with the name of this Switch. Instead of it calling the Switch 2, they should have called it the Super Nintendo Switch. I'm not gonna lie, that would have been hard.
SNS again.
Why?
Yeah.
SNS
because
again.
if you think about it, when NES came out, then they came out with the Super Nintendo. You got to switch instead of saying Switch 2, because now it's like you're following suit with PlayStation, PS1, PS2, PS3. Could have called it Super Nintendo Switch to really differentiate yourself from the Xbox One, the Xbox Series X, like all these extra names and stuff with numbers that other consoles are doing.
Yeah.
If they called the Super Nintendo Switch and then gave us an edition that looked like the Super Nintendo color-wise, the colorway, that would have definitely sold more than like the PlayStation Pro.
Yeah. Little things. That's the marketing things people don't pay attention to in the long run. But maybe next time.
Maybe they'll release a special edition of it.
Yeah.
They do that because they have a whole, like, the Switch, the Zelda OLED. They had the Pokemon Slim Switch, the little one. But yeah. Looking forward to it. There on April 2nd, we'll get a more detailed video from the Nintendo Direct that's going to drop to explain release date, where you can pre-order, all that good stuff. So mark your calendar, baby. Mark your calendars, because I'm telling you now, day one, A1, I'm getting my pre-orders in, and I'm getting that. It's just I need to figure out if I'm gonna keep my current Switch, because I can leave it for my children, my wife, if she wants to get into gaming. I just need to put the games on there that she'll play, and then I have my main console. They got their console. It's not like my child needs a PlayStation and an Xbox, so Switch would be a good way to get them into gaming. Smaller controllers for their small hands. You can play Mario. I could buy Paw Patrol, and plus the game for the Switch is going to be cheaper by that time.
Bless you.
Yeah, bless you.
Not yet, at least.
It's a good point.
Not yet. No. First party titles will not. But I'm saying, like, Paw Patrol, that's a third party title.
No. I'm talking about they're cool with the Nintendo Switch right now. They're not asking for the PlayStation or the Xbox. Not yet.
They're not at that point, though. I'm good.
Not yet. Or that PC.
He got a couple.
You gotta wait for that time, my boy.
I got 13, 14 years. I'm good.
You gotta wait for that time, Playboy. It might be early. You might have.
I'll get them a gaming laptop before I
have
get them
you two Einsteins on you.
I'll get them a gaming laptop.
It's about 8, 9. That's when it switches over.
It might be but that was with us though growing up.
No, it's the same with them.
It might be different though.
I listen. If you told me 6, I wouldn't doubt it. I just know 8 it's a hard cutoff. Around 8, it's like
I get you that.
Let me get the PlayStation 5, and it's like, wow, you ain't even hit double digits yet, yo.
Got that right.
That's a heavy piece of machinery. You trying
a single digit?
So, well, before we get into the Daredevil trailer, I came across Sony is dropping, as many may know, they have a game that did really well called Until Dawn. They were talking about making a movie on this, but pretty much it just like died out. But then all of a sudden, we got a trailer for it. I've seen it. I actually like the concept because when you're playing this game, there's over 100 some odd endings that you can have in this game, depending on what choices you make on who stays alive. So the way that they rolled with this trailer, it's kind of like the same concept as the game, but it does not follow the formula as you're playing it. So when you're watching this, if you played the game, you understand why they did this, because people wanted to know, are they going to follow the same formula? What is the main line choices when there isn't one? So I kind of like the way they did with this one, because you really don't know what's going to happen. And honestly, it's giving me Cabin in the Wood vibes. And that movie was amazing. And I get it. Y'all saying it should go straight to DVD or straight to Shudder. But honestly, this is something that could do well in theaters if they do it right. For like all the video game hits.
I'm looking for my sister. Does she look familiar to you?
She's gone missing.
I didn't say that. Do a lot of people go missing around here?
Up the road. That's where people get into trouble.
Those were the first people here in years.
Looks like it too.
Weird.
That's my sister's signature. Oh, shit.
Guys, check it out.
What happened to these people?
Where's my car?
Where's Megan?
This is the multi-choice fucking game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Shit like a fucking test, man. If you get them wrong, your ass is grass.
We're here again.
So the night is just gonna repeat itself.
I don't remember that happening last time.
Holy shit. Every night, something new is trying to kill us.
What is that?
How many more deaths do you have in you?
Nobody's made it past 13 nights.
If we want to survive, we have to make it until dawn.
What is that?
Let's get it now.
I'm just gonna grab it. Don't move.
Yeah. Oh, what? Is it gone?
Yeah, it's gone.
What?
It's still in my face.
No.
Yeah, no. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, I know.
I'm looking forward to it.
That's your speed, nigga.
But here's the thing: have y'all watched Cabin in the Woods?
Is that the one where at the end it's a giant that come out the ground?
No, it's like a giant
No.
comes out the ground, but underneath it's like a
military
horror
base
reality
shit?
show. Yeah, it was like
Yeah,
a horror
yeah.
reality show. Honestly, I get it. I can see why you're saying it should go to a Shudder movie, but the concept behind it, if you played Until Dawn, the line he said, not we gotta stay lights on until dawn, because that's the whole concept. But when he says, it keeps repeating and we need to figure out what's going on. That's something people did when they played this game, because if it was a choice they didn't like, they'll go back to their save file and change the choice so that they can try and get that person to live. So everything in this different things keep coming after us. The Wendigo, homeboy that was in the mask, which when they showed that first kill, that is one of the choices from the game. If you mess that up and he catches you, you're dying just like that. Now, the girl that pretty much put something over the homegirl mouth and she ended up dying, I don't know about that one because I didn't come across that. I only played it about maybe 2-3 times. And to find out there's over 100 different endings that you can get, 100 different ways the people die. For them to actually put that in this way, shape, or form to be like, everybody's going to get bodied some way, but the day's going to rewind and you got to try and figure out what the heck is going on so you can get out of there. And for them to say, I wish they would have left it out, that clue where they don't make it past 13 days. I wish it's certain things when it comes to trailers, I wish they didn't have, but they're going to do it. Because I wanted to, that would have been a dope clue to find out when you're sitting there watching the movie. That, they don't make it past 13 days. How are they going to make it out of this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So honestly, I'm looking forward to the movie. It'll probably be maybe a 7 out of 10 for me, 6.5, 7. But it's one of my favorite games from the Sony collection that's only on Sony. And they finally put it on PC after like 20 years? No. 10 years of this game being released on PS4. And then they remastered it for PS5 and then put it on PC. I enjoyed it from start to finish. That's honestly one of my favorite like choices type games, besides like Walking Dead and The Wolf Among Us and all that good stuff.
Yeah, a lot of people like Until Dawn, and it was a solid game. So in terms of the story and such, being familiar with Until Dawn, I'm excited about that part. The part where I was just kind of saying this would probably be a better video on demand movie, is the fact that they are using like what at least looks like from what I can see is kind of like that pseudo found footage kind of camera angle play. And I just feel like a majority of those movies, they just work better if they on that video on demand kind of level. But to your point, not only Cabin in the Woods, but there was another movie that came out. It was a horror movie with kids, and it was basically about this book that they had. And that book, I can't remember the name of this movie. You know it?
The horror book.
Yeah.
And then what is it?
Yeah, I know. I just can't remember the name.
Scary Stories Told After Dark.
Told in the Dark. Yes, that one. Thank you.
I was about to say,
It was based off the. We actually had that book in our. Well, when we was in kids, Miss Lombardo had that book. DN Sage in the library. Yeah,
had that book in the library.
Yeah, they had that at school. Yeah,
Nigga with the 20-year-old name pull. Forgot about that bitch.
Wait. Real quick. I'm sorry. Philly just scored a field goal and then got the ball back.
Didn't he say something about they
got a safety? They just, and then on their next possession, they got a field goal. On the Rams' next possession, they fumbled and Philly took it down and kicked another field goal. So it's 22-15 now.
Oh my goodness.
But like that movie as well, the Scary Stories Told in the Dark, where it's kind of like you got the different enemies that you kind of have to face throughout the course of the movie. That I thought that was a super interesting theme for a horror movie. It's not something that I was, at least me personally, I've been very familiar with, and I have seen a lot of horror movies. So I like the idea that they're like bringing that back. Again, the only reason why I say personally, to me, it makes better in a video on demand. Like I wouldn't mind seeing this as like a Shudder exclusive, even though that it's going to be in theaters. But why, to me, it would have made more sense to have it as a Shudder exclusive or something like that, is just because that those platforms like Shudder, Amazon, outside of Shudder, Netflix, places like this, they usually seem to do better with that kind of cinematography, where it's kind of found footagey.
Yo, quick question. Do you think movies like this, like how I'm saying, like it looks like something that could be straight to Netflix or whatever? Do you ever think, because some of these actors and actresses, I have never seen them before, could this be like official audition tape for them in Hollywood, like to get their foot in other places? You ever think of that?
Yeah.
Because I mean, that's really every movie, but it's like, oh, we got some unknowns here, and it's like 2-3 years from now, you'll see them in some other shit, like the nigga that played Icarus for Eternals. I saw him in like this espionage French movie, and I said to myself, yo, he could be a good like superhero type character. And then they cast him as Icarus. I'm just saying, like sometimes you be like, yo, what is the point of having these unknown people in these movies? And I guess it's just for, I don't know, I guess
getting them out there. Absolutely.
That's how it is.
Well, my thing is this though. Yeah, think about it. When Sony released like their movies based off the video games, look at Gran Turismo. Like you said, nobody was really in it, but to really carry the movie, they had a homeboy that plays
Clint Eastwood, right?
No, they had Clint Eastwood in that one. They had the African dude from Never Back Down. They had him in there, and then they had homeboy that plays he's gonna be playing in he was in Black Widow, the father.
The Red Russian.
Yeah, the Red Russian.
Yeah.
He was
the
in
Red
there too.
Guardian.
Yeah. So he was in there too. That movie was decent. It wasn't amazing, but it was decent.
Better cinematography though than the cinematography in this film.
No, I get that, because that was like, but my thing is the found footage portion will not come until later in the film when they're at that cabin. Now, if you notice, they didn't have that found footage stuff in the beginning when everybody's getting over there.
And it did look a little bit more polished than that in those sequences. So that's a fair point.
Yeah. So the fact that maybe you'll get that for like the last 40 minutes of the movie. This movie only needs to be hour 40 max. Don't need to be no 2 hours. It don't need to be that much because they could do a montage of them dying day 4 through 10 and them trying to figure it out. You could do a whole montage of all the different things. But the one thing that I actually enjoyed from this trailer, that Wendigo looked so daggone polished. It literally looked like it from the game. It's like they did a real good job with that CGI. Because if you played the game and you seen that Wendigo, and even that's the same one of the same scenes where you see the Wendigo like pop out the hole, but it's not the same exact scene. And I'm not gonna lie, I got goosebumps because I thought I was seeing that thing in real life. Because they did a real good job with that CGI on it, comparing it to the video game itself. Yes, because that Wendigo literally. Because sometimes when you're comparing certain things from like doing video game adaptation, they don't do things mimicking 1-to-1.
Yeah,
that Wendigo was 1-to-1.
1-to-1, absolutely.
And that Wendigo was a main part of that daggone story, especially with the ending. And I wish they kind of kept it somewhat to like the choices you make, because that ending of Until Dawn, when you're playing the game, is the most pinnacle part of that whole video game, because it gets to the part where they incorporate how the controller moved. You got to stay still, and if you don't stay still, the Wendigo sees you because it only goes by hearing and smell. It can't see at all. But if you do not keep that controller still, your person's going to die because that Wendigo's going to be on their behind like white on rice and catch them and kill them. So it's a lot of things that they're going to incorporate, and I hope they incorporate the saw scene that they did in the game, where you have to choose between two people to keep alive, which is the same thing what they did in, I think it was Saw 5, when they were in the public domain where they were outside, and it was between the girl choosing between the two guys that one she was having an affair with, and then her current boyfriend. So literally they took that one for one into the game. But I hope they keep that scene because that was kind of cool. But yeah, I'm actually looking forward to this movie.
When does it come
out? I didn't catch the date. I'll check again.
Okay.
But it's coming out sometime this year. And I may not see it day one. It'll probably be either I'll wait a week or two, where it's like maybe 1 or 2 showings that day in the theater where I can be in there by myself. But sometimes I don't like when
you can be in there by yourself day one.
You sure about that? Because honestly, I can guarantee it's going to be at least maybe 15, 20.
Yeah, it's people that'll come from the comic or from the video
go.
game.
Yeah,
just that alone. That's the one thing about video game movies, is that it's people who played the game, so they gonna be wanting. They gonna just curious.
Think of it. It's not just Sony people that's gonna be there. It's gonna be PC heads, because the game released on PC this past October.
Yeah, and a lot of people like it.
I was gonna be mean, but I'm not gonna be mean.
Go ahead.
You think people that enjoy thoroughly that game gonna look at that trailer and be like, they did that justice?
Well,
that's the thing. It's not the fact of it. It's justice. It's the fact that one, like now, said curiosity, but at the same time, they didn't stick to the formula of the game itself. They stuck to the formula of what you can do when you choose things. So literally, it's not a straightforward crowd. Are they going to do A, B, and C? No, it's like
I think the main thing though would at least be the horror aspect that they would get.
Yeah.
I haven't liked horror movies earlier in my life, but I feel like I'm a connoisseur of horror movies. I've watched all sorts and passions of them.
No, you're not.
If I haven't, I'm on the road to watching them. So I'm a little baby connoisseur, whatever you want to call me. God damn it. But
I've been delved in this. You don't understand.
Usually a good horror movie trailer like Insidious.
Yo, T don't give Robert no credit.
I don't give him no credit. I'll give him credit in other areas, but horror movies, no.
Insidious, when that trailer released, it got everybody hyped. The Conjuring, when that trailer released, I feel like that got everybody hyped. I'm pretty sure it's another one. Or Smile. When that trailer released, or even Smile 2, when those trailers released, you could get the scary vibe from it. From this joint, I didn't even get the scary vibe. I'm not gonna lie. I feel
Well,
like
the thing is, it's a video game adaptation. You're not gonna get that scary vibe.
but that's my problem though, because the video game had one of the main elements that was driving a lot of the shit was the horror element.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this now. When you're playing the game, you don't get to the horror portion until like maybe 2 hours in, because you're building character development. It takes a minute to get there. It does. We can play through it one day on stream. Like literally, we can come in here.
I guess I can give you that, but when you get the game, you already assuming that.
My thing is, one day we can come in here. Let's say we'll play a game of choices. Every person makes a choice. I'll put the game up here. I won't make no choice because I already know how Until Dawn runs. Every last one of y'all get a choice. Because I'm gonna tell you now, I'm gonna look at y'all funny if y'all let the black dude die. That's all I'm gonna say.
Nigga, I don't want to hear shit.
That was your fault. It was
no, it was not.
Yes, it was your
no,
fault.
it was not. Don't put it on me.
Saquon Barkley just scored.
Yep, I knew
Nigga
it.
got
All right,
196 yards.
all right, that's what I like to see. Okay, but that's gonna be even dangerous if we face. I'm not even gonna say that. All right, we have. I ain't gonna lie, niggas rambled a little bit, but we got DareDevil next.
Niggas rambled about Until Dawn.
We was talking. I don't know if T was there,
It wasn't that
but was it me, you, and Niall? Where it was like everybody be yapping in the pod except for Derek.
Yeah, we talked about it in the group
me
chat.
included. That was in the group chat.
Oh yeah, that was a group chat.
We got our passions.
Yeah.
D come in when either there's a pause involved or someone says something so egregious that he don't agree with, like
or Cottonmouth.
Or arrested.
Or homegirl from Wicked being catched.
Nigga said Wonder Man will be arrested. We said arrested.
All right, let's do this. DareDevil Born Again official trailer.
Thank you for finding the time. I will admit, it's not entirely unpleasant seeing you again. A lot of time has passed. By the look of it, you've come up in the world.
I could say the same about you.
The mayor serves his city. I can see you're not entirely convinced.
Can you blame me? I can't shake the feeling that you're gaming the system.
Why did you stop being a vigilante?
The line was crossed.
It's hard to come to terms with a violent nature. Hating the power it has over us.
The city can't go unchecked.
Sometimes peace needs to be broken. Chaos must reign.
Am I putting the hatchet down? I was raised to believe in grace. But I was also raised to believe in retribution.
First time I watched that joint, no lie, I got goosebumps. No lie.
How many times you watch it?
This was my second time watching it.
You said first time I watched it, I got goosebumps.
Yeah.
Second time, I had to change my pants.
Yeah, yeah. Overall, just the theme they going on. They're still keeping that Netflix vibe, but I feel like they even doubled down on it just a little bit, just for them to show us those scenes. Leads me to believe that more often than not, we're gonna get a lot of scenes that just has a lot of brutality and gore, type of thing. The story looks even more compelling. I wish it makes you really want that Spider-Man solo film that was more street level, where he actually went against the Kingpin, because then this Matt Murdock, which the suit is fire, with also the just fucking gruesomeness that he's fighting at. That's what we want to see out of Daredevil, and then to see him face with Spider-Man as well, and that dynamic on the screen, that would have provided endless possibilities. Now, don't get me wrong, folks is gonna like Tobey Maguire and goddamn the other nigga name Andrew Garfield for Spider-Man, and I'm guessing they're reprising their roles. Rumor, but we just want to see something new. Like we seen that in the last Spider-Man film. Like let's see Daredevil and Spider-Man now. Let's see a Shang-Chi and Spider-Man now, and Shang-Chi actually teaches Spider-Man some shit and everything like that. But tangent, my bad. Daredevil trailer looks fire. How y'all feeling about it?
Nah, you talking because we can't hear you.
Yeah, my fault. That was my first time seeing that.
Oh, for real?
That was my first time seeing that, and I am, your
pants
all
sticky,
right, bro. So honestly, like no, but like the sentiment is definitely there, because here, all right, I'm like flabbergasted right now. I think my eyes watered a little bit. This is why this blew my mind. Daredevil Born Again was a Frank Miller comic book. Okay, so when you think like Frank Miller, go back to like the Sin City feel, like all of that, right? So when you just take like you know how that aesthetic is, you know how that kind of runs, and Sage, going to your point of them kind of up in the ante from the Netflix series, we did get a darker theme with the Netflix series, but they seem like they turned it up, and I think that turn up is going to be showing a little bit more of that Frank Miller vibe that you get with just the stories that are typically told by Frank Miller when adapted. And I think that that'd be really nice to see, not only for Disney, because that's going to be a huge change for them. Outside of that, though, it's insane. This is like everything that I've been asking for with Marvel in regards to where they should like kind of push their street level. And I'm hoping that hopefully the success of Daredevil can really allow for them to just kind of carry on with the street level aspect that positions itself from this Daredevil series. But that's the other thing, the Born Again story, and I'll try to be short. I got so much to say about this, but I'll keep it shorter, as short as I can, possibly. But the Born Again story is kind of on it's kind of going back to that Netflix Daredevil last season that we got, where it's kind of like that manipulation between Fisk and Daredevil, but it turns it up. Like it's gonna turn like that. Just the nature of the name of the title is letting me know that they're gonna turn it up if it's anything like the comic book counterpart. The part that stuck out to me a lot, though, and this was not a part of the comic book, was he said Mayor Fisk. So in the comic book, it was just Daredevil's power and control. The idea of Fisk becoming mayor is a more recent story, which goes back to how Marvel typically likes to do things. They take something from the past that might be the overarching story or the overarching theme, but then they mix an element from the comic books that's kind of like a newer comic book element into it. We saw this with Infinity Wars. With the Infinity Saga period, we saw that throughout the entire thing. And I feel like this is an example of them getting back to like that Infinity Saga, some of the elements that we loved about that. And if Daredevil could be the thing that can kind of push it forward with that, you getting the Punisher in there. You possibly could get newer characters as well that could possibly pop up.
Hey,
it's incredible. That is exactly what it need to be. A pause if I need to say. I don't know if I had a pause moment. Or are you talking about the game? I don't know.
you good. No, I'm reading up on the Born Again comic. Nigga.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. So Disney is gonna be exact. That's the reaction. It's gonna be turned up, and that's the thing. The Netflix was a good enough pacing, right? Like that was a good enough pacing. We enjoyed that. We were able to give that high praise and compliments. But with them going with this direction, it would mean that everything would kind of turn up to even another level. And again, between the characters that you can introduce, with it now being over on Disney Plus, involved in the MCU, the idea of I personally like Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin.
Mm-hmm.
So to have that character, I know every time that he does this role, he never wants it to be his last. Same thing with what is it, Charlie Cox's Daredevil, is that his name, Charlie Cox?
Yeah.
Same thing. Both of them, they really got this thing, and I really appreciate it because I love both of them in this role. Whenever they get the opportunity to play the role, they play the role. Like they say, I really went into it like I wanted to play this role. I want to play this role so I could play this role more. That's how they that's the energy that they give to the role, and that's why we've really enjoyed them in these roles. So I know both of them are going to give that same level of performance because that's just how they do with these characters because they enjoy them that much. This is hands down. And then again, the Mayor Fisk side is not a part of Born Again, but a part of newer comic books. Those newer comic books can easily have great connections to the street level world going forward. Because if you have him as the mayor of New York, that not only impacts Daredevil, but we see in a comic book that when Fisk was Mayor Fisk, when Kingpin was Mayor Fisk, that had direct influence on Spider-Man villains, something that we could see again and could see in the larger MCU universe. It gives a leeway. It gives a possibility to that. It has impacts on Captain America. It's had impacts on the X-Men. It has impacts on the Avengers, and it had impacts on the Fantastic Four. It was something where it makes sense when you talk about all of these different characters that they're going to be bringing in and that they're going to be trying to connect over with Secret Wars and possibly after Secret Wars. This is the perfect setup for you to have to segue not only the Secret Wars side, but the side after it. That's a 10 out of 10. And that's just a trailer. And I just feel like I need to say, that's a 10 out of 10. I don't even know where. Nothing is out for me to watch really besides that, but I am extremely impressed. That's the last thing I'll say.
This is probably my third time watching this trailer. All I gotta say is Disney, Kevin Feige, thank you for bringing these characters back. Because Charlie Cox is probably an amazing Daredevil compared to what we had back in 2000.
Yeah.
Like you said, this man engulfs himself in his role as Daredevil. He does what he needs to do for the role. Vincent does what he needs to do to be Kingpin. They humanize Kingpin a lot within Hawkeye and Echo. Because you got to see him care for Echo. And now that you see him, he said he's mayor and he says, I really care about my city. I was confused for a second because I didn't really read the Born Again series. I need to. I'm gonna probably get the Marvel Unlimited app so I can go ahead and do that. But I was confused when they pretty much it looked like they were hinting at they will be working together. And I've never known Daredevil to really work with his enemies. And the fact that it's kind of hard to see if he's going to play play him in a sense where he's going to use him to do his bidding while pretty much tricking him, saying that this is for the good of the city. I care about my city.
Oh yeah, that's Kingpin.
Oh, of course, I know. But on top of that, the fact that you see some critical moments, not all of them, especially when who's homeboy in the white mask? Because I know it's not no white tiger or whatever. Like homeboy in the white mask.
I can't remember.
I'm not sure.
I can't remember. I think it was Muse or something like that. I can't remember who that's supposed to be or who is speculating.
And then on top of that, you see crazy moments where homeboy like that moment, you know, it's getting gritty when they just show Homeboy just leap up in the air and crack Homeboy's knee. You can hear the crack. They're probably not going to show it, but you can hear that crack. So you know it's going to be a lot of pinnacle moments where certain people are going to be affected physically, emotionally, and mentally. So this season about to turn up. And how many episodes we getting? 18?
18.
Hold on.
That's
we're getting about 18.
insane.
I'm about to check.
I think
right
we're
now.
getting about a good amount.
18. They probably gonna be an hour long though.
They
No,
can do that.
30 minutes. They gotta be 30
18.
minutes. That's crazy.
18 episodes.
Yeah.
18 episodes.
This is a significantly higher number of
This
episodes
is-
compared to most Disney Plus shows, which usually have 6. This episode count suggests there's a lot to story to be told. I thought I heard speculation that they might split it up, like give it a little break
like a
at
core.
the midway point, and then drop the later half probably at
I wouldn't be
a
mad
little
if they
bit
did
later
that, but
date.
we're getting 16 episodes of Heat.
But why don't they
Yeah.
just do season 1 and then season 2?
So White Tiger,
Probably
yeah,
because
that's
it's the
White
same
Tiger.
story.
Okay.
Bullseye's in it. White Tiger's in it.
Muse is supposed to be the main villain as well.
He was giving Muse that work.
Nah,
I'm trying to
Muse
see
was
it.
giving him that work, or somebody else.
I don't see no character Muse in here. The cast, unless it's under a different name. What was
They
the
probably-
what name does Muse go by? Like their
Civilian
alias,
name.
the civilian name.
I'm about to check real quick. I got this screen rant joint too. Hold on, let me put it in the thing about Bob Majig.
That's while he pulling that
While
up.
y'all doing that, I'll just give my little review on it. I would say,
Mhm.
oh, I'm like, what the hell just popped up on my screen?
Mhm.
I would say the trailer definitely got me excited because it's I was wondering why they didn't continue Daredevil on Netflix with Punisher and all that. But seeing like they switching over to Disney Plus, I'm thinking I don't know if they're gonna handle that blood and gore or if they're gonna make it like family friendly. And then seeing it now, it's like, oh, this is like some rated M for mature shit. Like,
Yep.
and the story, like you said, Nia, with Kingpin, or I think it was T, showing his humanity. Like, I really care for my city. It's like, okay, you say you care for your city, but what is that going to do on the back end for people that are in that old world that you come from? Are you going to be are they going to benefit from you being mayor as well? Like, are you going to turn a blind eye to all of this? And you talking about Daredevil? Why did you stop being a vigilante? That's a hell of a conversation to have in a diner. First of all,
Yeah.
Yep.
you go, why did you stop being a vigilante? Like, okay, like why did you stop? Like, because then it's like you trying to see, like, you stop being a vigilante. This is gonna help me, do my dirt in the dark. If you got the picture, I can finish doing my shit. Like you said, that I think that would help bring in Spider-Man, because it's like, yo, if Daredevil gonna be the only nigga that's street level, it's like you got Spider-Man doing too much cosmic shit. Have him and Daredevil together. That's just one of my.
It's a great way to grow Spider-Man too, where a lot of people
Spider-Man
might
and
want that
Daredevil, working together. Kind of. I mean, you don't have to have them in this season, but it's like you use the shit Kingpin is doing in the background for a Spider-Man movie, like Rob was saying, on the street level side. But one thing I didn't understand, didn't him and Punisher, I thought they made up after that second season, or they still have beef?
Punisher is just a walking body of PTSD that's never fucking rectified.
Air Force One.
So
I'm like, yo, I could have swore they was cool.
It don't matter if you get cool with that nigga. He's still gonna be on 10 with you.
It's been 6 years too. I think they said in the trailer as well. Like, it's been some time that's passed, so it's no telling what could have happened in between that.
But I do like the violence and everything and the blood and gore. And one thing, just getting off topic, I think with the success of Daredevil's Netflix show and seeing how it is on Disney Plus, they get to flush out, like, we see Daredevil, we see Matt Murdock as Daredevil and as a lawyer. We see the compassion he has for people that he's representing in the court. And then it's like, then you see the passion he has for protecting his city, or Hell's Kitchen in a sense. And I feel like that's something DC could be taking note of. It's like, yo, instead of having Batman be in movies where you see him, once every 2 years, you get you set enough budget aside to have all these action scenes poured in. But then let's show people Bruce Wayne, the CEO. Let's show Bruce Wayne, the detective, Batman, the detective. Now you have time to develop a bit more story. If you had 16 episodes of a Batman show, it's like you have 4 episodes be detective work. Have it be like that philosophical breakdown of like, okay, I'm a vigilante. I'm also a CEO. how am I going to deal with this? Like you see Daredevil, I'm a lawyer, but I'm also a vigilante. Like I can't just be like you have to be lukewarm with it. You have to have both feet on both sides. You know, you can't just be all Daredevil and not all Matt Murdock, the lawyer.
Yeah,
Hey.
I think that's a good idea.
I'm looking up. I sent the joint in the chat in the what is it, StreamYard about Screen Rant. I seen a video saying that Muse that's what they're looking like. But supposedly, if you don't know, this dude is a serial killer artist who plans shocking mass murders, abductions, and torture as a means of creating his art, converting them into works of street graffiti. He serves as an antagonist to Daredevil and Blind Spot. Is that Blind Spot from the X-Men? Or am I bugging?
No way. I never even heard of
Blind Spot joined the Brotherhood of Mutants at the behest of Mystique. She befriended teammate Rogue. Am I bugging? Hold on. Hold the hell on.
Yeah, I'm looking right now. That definitely looked like Blind Spot. Oh, never mind. What the fuck am I looking at? I see what you're talking about.
I think this is different. I don't know.
They got
but yeah.
For on the Marvel database, it looked just like the joint from the Daredevil trailer.
Because I'm understanding, Croco, where you're going, because you brought up the Born Again comic. I briefly read just the beginning of it. I didn't even get into the meats and potatoes of it, but just off the beginning, off the premise that they outlined to me, a whole lot of shit is going to be going down on Matt Murdock's life. I'm not talking about Daredevil's life. I'm talking about Matt Murdock's life.
Yes.
And he's going to be going through some trials and fucking tribulations that ordinary people would crack under. And the Born Again series, it looks like Kingpin isn't the main villain, but he is the main villain. Kind of just. Because I'm guessing they're still going to use a form of him for a Spider-Man or keep him for a Spider-Man later down the line type of thing. But it seems like there's another bad guy that's even crazier than fucking Kingpin.
Really one.
So now he has to, because he not going to the Punisher just to fucking, hey, what's good? How you been, Frank? Nah, he going there because he needs some. And I'm guessing there's going to be assistance. So, bruh.
No, it's incredible.
It's going to be a lot.
It's incredible. It's like I said, the fact that they got 18 episodes. The second season has already been confirmed, correct? Like they already starting to work on that.
Oh,
I'm be honest.
That is a good question.
They're probably gonna be 40-45 minutes long, just like the Netflix series.
Yo, so I just did a little.
Yeah, it will make the most sense.
Ain't no spoilers or whatever, but
about 1 hour long.
Damn.
Oh, so it is split up. It is
18
split up into
episodes.
2 seasons. Episodes
Still
of Daredevil
9
Born Again
hours?
are about 1 hour long. The first season of the show will have 9 episodes.
Told y'all
on
niggas,
Disney
like
Plus.
18 episodes for one season.
So they do have
Right,
it split up between 2. Okay.
Yo, so I was seeing that like he goes in, he like dives into insanity because his identity is exposed.
Yeah.
And I guess that's different than Spider-Man because it's like, yo, like
even not just that though. Did you tap into what else happens?
No, I just Googled what else? Spoiler.
Spoiler alert. Supposedly, who's the shawty that they be rolling with Foggy? I can't remember her name. Karen. Yeah. I'm pretty sure in the Netflix series, Daredevil and Karen had a fling or something like that at some point, right? They were enthralled. Same thing happened in the comics, but then Foggy, him and Karen split up. Karen goes to pursue her acting career somewhere else, becomes a heroin addict, and then comes back. So out of nowhere. It took a left turn when I was reading it too. But came back and ended up going with Foggy Nelson on the rebound, which is Matt Murdock's best friend, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. So on top of that, she's the one that ended up selling his secrets out because she needed the money. So she was like, "Yeah, I know who Daredevil is. Is Matt Murdock." Sold his ass out and then went with the best friend, right? And then you got spoiler alert: Kingpin fire carpet bombing his apartment. You got goddamn.
Mind you, is this gonna be something that operates? Is this gonna be a larger guys for superhero targeting? Not just Daredevil.
Everybody in the city.
He's the mayor of
Spider-Man, everything. If they don't bring this shit up in the next Spider-Man film,
better.
I'm gonna be so pissed.
But think about it. Do you think the way that Marvel is going, I mean, Peter ain't gonna do the same shit he did. Like, hey, I got a friend that can help make this wish for you, and nobody can know your identity. Or is Peter gonna be like,
well, he can't do that because Doctor Strange don't remember who he is.
Yep.
Well, hell, he can be like, shit, nigga, we can run it back. Matt Murdock, tell this nigga your deepest wish. But at the same time, it's like, yo, if Matt Murdock's your identity get out, like you said, like that's trouble for all heroes. But it's like, what other heroes been operating on a street level shit? Luke Cage don't wear no mask.
What happened to the last season of Daredevil?
But you see, like for real, we only got Daredevil and Spider-Man that wear the mask and that really need to conceal their identities.
True.
So, like, who else is that going to really fuck up? Because Captain America, we know it's Steve Rogers. We know it's whatever Anthony Mackie name. Sam, what's his name? Sam Wilson. Thor don't have an identity. Black Widow, Hawkeye, Scarlet Witch. Everybody really got their faces exposed.
Black Panther.
Oh, hell, nigga, Iron Man even said, "I'm Iron Man." nigga, people have known Tony Stark since 2008. Nobody has ever said, "Yo, we gotta kill this nigga Tony Stark." Nobody ain't never tried to bomb Stark Tower. This nigga's operating freely. So it's like if Daredevil's identity is gonna hurt anybody, it's like who is it gonna hurt? We only got two heroes.
It's not gonna hurt it, so it's not gonna hurt him per se. It's just gonna hurt his profession. He has a passion to be a lawyer. Now that everybody knows who he is, how can you represent
implications on that? Plus being targeted by Kingpin. And then I think some of the other implications, if they do want to tie it over to other characters, it could be something like in this, again, going back to the comic book where Kingpin was mayor, he used to crack down on heroes. Period. Not like, oh, we're gonna give their identities or anything like that. Just every time that they went to go fight crime, there would be a police force that would be trying to apprehend them. Yeah, kind of like early Batman. So like imagine like Fantastic Four going through what Bruce Wayne went through in the early stages of being Batman. Or think about even Moon Knight. Like Moon Knight, Batman, or Fantastic Four. If X-Men, you gotta remember X-Men is right upstate New York. So if they keep the Mayor Kingpin storyline going beyond, again, Secret Wars, that's why I said like there's a lot of what ifs here, but it's a lot of possibilities. That's the part that gets me excited, because if they keep this going, where at the end of it, maybe Daredevil is able to operate easier by the end of this season 1 and season 2, but Mayor Fisk could still stay the mayor. If that could be something that's a thing and that's carrying over, like Rob say, we hear about it in Spider-Man. And then after that, once you have the snap or whatever version Secret Wars snap is going to have, because we know Secret Wars is going to reset something. When you get that, though, if you keep Fisk as mayor, even at that point, then yeah, it could potentially have a storyline. And that way, D, going back to what you were saying, something about some of these other characters having to be brought down to the street level. Mayor Fisk could possibly, given the right storyline, Mayor Fisk could possibly be that catalyst to do that, where you start to see these characters like Spider-Man in the more street level role series, or the Fantastic Four or X-Men. So then we've gone, that would be such a good way, in my opinion, to have that back and forth, where you have part of a story told in a series, and that story is kind of continued on or elaborated on in the movie. And you could that could be the next chapter for Marvel. That could, and it could, if done right, that could be beneficial for the overall storytelling. It's a lot of possibilities. It's very exciting though.
Yeah, because I'm really trying to think. I'm like, yeah, we really only got 2 heroes with a secret identity.
Yeah, the identity part might not matter as much. That's why I think Civil War didn't really touch on that too much, because it just wasn't
who
enough
everybody
people.
was.
Right, because it didn't make sense to include that. So they may not go with that element, but if the only role that Fist wants to have is interfering with heroes doing hero work, and that could be something that could help him for his black market deals. And now we even talking about things like the hand coming in. It's a lot that could be brought into play.
What's your odds 1 to 10? What's your odds 1 to 10? Another Marvel character shows up in the outside of Punisher.
The ones we seen
outside of Punisher.
7.
They gonna have Luke Cage in that motherfucker.
I just read the finishing of it of the Born Again. I see who pulls up to nab one of the niggas, but it's too late. Captain America. But I don't know if Cap is gonna actually pull up though.
Nah, I highly doubt Black Cap pulls up.
Not right now.
Bro, at the end of this Captain America movie, they're gonna bring Steve Rogers back. Watch.
Because if we thinking about it, if I'm thinking about it logically speaking, right? They're gonna have 2 villains, one for the first half,
yeah,
and I feel like one for the second half, which I feel like it goes perfectly. Yeah, first half Muse. He got to do all of this shit. Maybe Muse is just fucking. He's a serial killer, so the nigga's already batshit crazy. Maybe he's just enamored with Daredevil, and he goes out of his way. And a lot of the shit that went on in the Born Again, which like Wilson Fisk firebombing his apartment and everything like that. Maybe Muse is the person that does that instead and sends him to the brink of the edge. And low-key, Kingpin is the one that hired him to do that, since he knew he had these special abilities to, I guess, piss people off, and he wanted Matt Murdock to lose his sensibilities. And then now you got the second half of Matt Murdock trying to build from what he lost and also take down Kingpin at the same time.
Yeah.
So
let me
I can see
this.
that.
This aside thing. One mark that I wish MCU would take is these critical moments from the comics where we're working with Kingpin. I wish he was able to get brought in earlier before the whole Spider-Man, no one knows his identity anymore type of situation. Because now with Aunt May gone, we're not going to get that moment where Kingpin goes after her, Spider-Man gets pissed, and no, he's in the black spider suit. Fisk is in prison, and he goes in there and bodies the stew out of him. I wish we could have had that moment.
He don't have to do that specifically. It's a lot of other things that make Peter mad.
No, I understand that, but I want that moment where. But here's the thing, though. Did that Spider-Man have the webs coming out his hand like Tobey Maguire, or was it the automatic the things that he used? Because he held it up to Fisk's mouth, like, "Yo, you gonna get Peter Parker. You're not gonna get Spider-Man. You gonna get Peter Parker. And literally, if I spray my webs in your mouth, you will suffocate and you will not be able to breathe. I will come back if you go after the people that I love." Like for him, like I feel like if we got Tom Holland doing that.
But who does he love? Nigga, don't nobody remember that
MJ.
nigga.
Well, he can fall in love with MJ again. She's supposed to be in the next Spider-Man movie.
He's like, I gotta let her go. He gonna have to. I feel like Tom Holland gonna be like You see, he had a new Spider-Man suit.
Black Cat.
Give us Black Cat.
He gonna be swinging around, doing some shit. He gonna be like, "Who is this Pog swinging from these towers?"
Oh my goodness,
Felicia Hardy.
Nigga, now. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, Tom Holland. I think they did. I think that movie, while it was a good Spider-Man movie, I think they didn't think that shit through. They like, yo,
they ain't gonna have a problem on the hand.
They're like, yo, nobody remembers this nigga. He got to build. These past couple years, he better have been building some serious relationships with people so that this black suit can affect somebody.
He naturally does, though. It's Peter Parker. I mean, he is.
But I'm saying
dirty.
if nobody remembers him, let's say Harry was a kid, a friend from back in the day. Harry don't remember him.
Yeah.
So now they gotta bring in somebody.
But I mean, at the same time, Harry never amounted to shit. No offense, but in the comics, he never really.
Not really.
They were besties.
That's why fucking Norman was so enamored, I'm pretty sure, with Peter.
Because
he was so
like
smart.
was in Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
They should bring Harry though in for a friend
They
element
should.
for Spider-Man.
Hey yo,
I do agree with D. He needs somebody that
Yeah.
Spider-Man has those, like, that's part of this, just the Spider-Man.
It's what makes him human. He's like us. He's the friendly neighborhood. He's got to have somebody. Like, bro, all these superhero movies, people like Captain America, his attachment is Peggy Carter, right? Like Thor with Jane or whoever the fuck. But then it's like everybody got some type of emotional attachment. They done got all rid of everybody Peter fuck with. Everybody.
Yeah, and that's where I think the Daredevil part could probably play. I really do like the idea of Spider-Man and Daredevil being in a series or something, just an appearance with each other, because Daredevil could mature that series, but then he could also possibly introduce him to other characters, other heroes that we haven't been introduced to at this point.
And
So,
you know
like,
what's
if you
crazy?
want,
My bad.
No,
I
you
was gonna
fine.
say with the black suit shit, it's like in order to recognize somebody commented, DJ Code Red. What's going on?
DJ Code Red.
What it do, man? Yo.
But I was saying, like if you have him like Daredevil as like a street level mentor or whatever, because Daredevil been doing this shit for a minute, and Spider-Man wearing a black suit, like, yeah, you can notice the change in his attitude, but Daredevil could start saying something like, yo, why do you smell like that? With the heightened senses, why do you smell different? Like the symbiote has a certain type of smell, like it's alive. Like that can be a physical notice that Daredevil has for Peter, and he could probably attribute that to his attitude. I mean, we just spitballing here, but it's like Peter really don't have nobody, so I'm just trying to figure out where they're going with that story.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey.
And then the other part is if they use the Daredevil series to bring in more characters, maybe this could be potentially characters that we have seen in the Spider-Man universe, but because they both take place in the same, because Hell's Kitchen is also in New York City, these could be characters that could start out with Daredevil, or at least we could get some appearance from them in Daredevil, but then we could see that relationship kind of build with them between Spider-Man if they did do something to kind of join those two together.
Like who though?
I don't know. It could be a character like Black Cat. It could be a character. I'm trying to think of some other characters that's in the Spider-Man universe.
It looked like Zendaya is gonna be a main role in there, though. She is.
Oh my god!
Slated to play. Surprisingly, Andrew Garfield also, Michael Keaton as Vulture also, and Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom.
Yeah.
This is a leak, though. This is a
leak. Spider-Man movie,
and this is going to be following right after Doomsday. If you remember, right after Doomsday,
bro. That don't sound good.
I'm kind of with DJ Code Red and D. I just don't think the Zendaya storyline, like, let's just take Zendaya out of the question for a second. I'm not trying to poop on Zendaya.
The bitch can't act.
Well, let me change. We don't know how big her role is in there. We just know that supposedly she's cast for it. So that's all. She can have a minor role. It could still be like a Gwen Stacy. It could still be like a Felicia Hardy, some other of Spider-Man's love interest type of thing.
Bro.
We don't necessarily know.
But what does it say for the nigga? You made a wish that nobody could remember you.
Yeah, what's the point?
You have genius level intellect. How about this? I wish Aunt May, Ned, and MJ were the only people that remembered my secret identity. Bam.
He tried to do that. He couldn't do that. Doctor Strange said it has to be.
Nigga, after that, would you give that nigga another opportunity? If you was Doctor Strange?
I'm saying after the first time he had to think that shit through. Oh, I wish. And Doctor Strange granting a wish like that is kind of OD. But I'm like, yo,
but it's Peter Parker.
Like, yes, but it's like, bro, after you made that wish, don't spend another movie trying to get Zendaya back, because it's like, bro, like there's other shit to worry about than trying to tie these niggas down.
I agree, but it's because it's his. That's why I don't like that they cast the two of them together like that, because now that's his wife or fiance, and he about to he gonna probably only want his roles to be if it's with a female, with his fiance or wife. I just think it's gonna be a whole unnecessary storyline.
I got the best takes on this show.
Who knows? Maybe they find a way to finesse. I feel like it all depends on Doomsday. It was good. It all depends on Doomsday.
Bro, if they have Dr. Doom in a Spider-Man movie with fucking Andrew Garfield and all, it's just too much, bro.
I think that's perfectly.
Nigga, he's
they gotta start introducing Doom,
bro. Like
they gotta introduce Doom now.
Well, the thing is, this Spider-Man movie comes out after the first Avengers movie that's supposed to come out, right?
Oh,
that should come out next year, don't it? Avengers come out next year, right?
Yeah. We're supposed to get Doom then, and then Spider-Man is supposed to come out after that. So
yeah,
you don't need Doom. Dr. Doom was send Tom.
That's a fact. He really would send a nigga straight to Hades.
But the thing is, you don't need to have Doom in that Spider-Man movie. You really don't, because you'll have Doom in the Avengers movie, and then he can have that. He can have that moment where, oh my goodness, you're. I thought you died. Da 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 da. Like, and then he can have him. You don't need to have Dr. Doom in the Spider-Man movie.
At the same time, we already know, just based off of everything, he's gonna have that moment with him in that first Avengers movie.
Yo, not John Leguizamo.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, we already know that Spider-Man is already gonna see Doom. He's gonna see him either in the middle of Avengers Doomsday or at the end of that shit. We already know he's gonna
pull
see
that fuck shit,
before.
and they have Dr. Doom face not be disfigured, and he looked like what's the nigga name that played Tony Stark? And he
it's different. It's different versions of Dr. Doom. Not every version got his face burned.
Here, this nigga Robert go. It happened in the comics. It's different version. This shit don't work, Rob. Dr. Doom need a disfigured face.
Robert Downey Jr. does not work for Doom to me. Period.
I feel like y'all sleeping on this man as an actor.
Doom. The nigga is supposed to be 6'4", riding on grizzly bears in Latveria, and we got this fucking.
For Rose's,
I think Rose got a point.
If they have Doom as a Stark variant, I'm a scream. But
I said that y'all niggas attacked me.
But
that was one of the stories.
I don't
but that's
disagree.
in the story. They're going to have him being Robert. Like literally, he's going to be Tony Stark, but from a different universe.
That's one.
Remember Rob said last time, because apparently Tony Stark was adopted. It happened in the comics.
No. Dr. Doom actually coerced Tony Stark and made him work on a project that he didn't know about. It ended up being something that switched bodies, made him switch bodies. So he switched bodies with Tony Stark and started to live as Tony Stark because he had the money that Tony Stark had, which is something that Doom didn't have in the beginning.
But Doom makes a way for himself. Doom don't need nobody else shit.
That's why we're not saying this is the main. This is not going to be the main Doom. This is going to be a variant that go out ape shit. And then after the new shit happened, then you got a new Doom.
We don't need a variant Doom to introduce the real Doom.
I'm telling y'all sleeping on this nigga RDJ and his acting abilities. Now when y'all go, when y'all
nigga played Iron Man.
When y'all leave Avengers Doomsday, and that nigga pull up, choke out multiple variants.
Yeah,
of
Rob don't read comics. Rob just read comments on YouTube videos. This is where he gets his knowledge from.
Yeah,
like I give you it could work out, and they maybe got some master plan. I just right now I don't like it. I try and I don't like it.
It's because it's too rushed, bro. It was supposed to be the Kang Dynasty, and niggas was like, nah, Jonathan Majors, we gonna bring back our white savior, Robert Downey Jr., because we don't have no faith in you niggas. They could have easily recast Kang, like we've been saying, Coleman Domingo. They could have had anybody else in that bitch. They was like, no, we don't have no faith in niggas. So now we about to bring back the white man. And what other white man to bring back? Robert Downey Jr. That's a slap. That should be a slap in our face, bro.
All I'm gonna say is y'all niggas ain't listened to me before when I was telling y'all shit was about to change with Marvel, and then the goddamn movies start coming out, and niggas start wanting to switch their tune. Don't switch it yet, nigga. We still got a whole lot more.
No, but here's the thing, though. No.
Doomsday about to be fire.
But here's the thing. To Rose's point, like they could have recasted Kang. We've talked about this. They could have done it. And like because, like you said, Doom's supposed to overthrow him in Battleworld.
Don Boyega.
Who would you rather have in a Secret War story, Kang or Dr. Doom?
Robert,
both of them.
I would have been fine with Doom
comic
at the end of it.
Obviously, Dr. Doom, nigga, but if you
Doom.
build up, nigga, we had a whole Ant-Man movie to build up Kang. They
And
said,
Loki.
yo,
And Loki.
And this nigga is aggressively putting white women in cars. Okay, it happened.
he ain't touched that bitch.
Goddamn, we gotta move on, and he had to get excommunicated.
He
That's
ran
just what
away.
had to happen.
Yo, you hear Rob? Yo, what is that? A MAGA hat you got on, nigga?
I think it is.
That's just what
It's got
had
a
to
MAGA
happen.
tag on the back.
He
Yo,
aggressively.
Hold on.
Replaced that white woman in the car.
Yo, G. The way he been talking about Lamar Jackson over the last couple of weeks, I don't know. It could be a MAGA.
That's
I've been chilling.
Yo, I swear, bro, they rushing this Dr. Doom shit too much. Like, bro, we getting Doomsday Avengers next year, nigga.
Yeah.
Next year.
Yo.
We ain't seen one glimpse of Doom in no movie. We getting
it's about to be Fantastic Four, baby. Come on.
Yo, Rose is killing me. MAGA Rob.
It's about to be Fantastic Four. He from a whole different universe.
Wait. This nigga Rob act like he's seen the movies already.
Next year's mad far away, bro. We got hella shit. We got
Mad Far. No, it is not
We
Mad
got
Far.
Thunderbolts. How many other movies?
Two movies. We got how many movies slated for this year? We got Captain America that's going to introduce adamantium, and then what else we got?
We got Thunderbolts.
That's introducing.
We got a Hulk movie that might be coming out too.
Not this year,
nigga.
Next year.
If they shooting it this year, which they shooting Spider-Man, nigga, that shit probably coming out next year.
Bro, they are not shooting a Planet Hulk movie this year.
DC finna hoop on Marvel, nigga. After that Superman trailer,
Yeah,
I gotta wait and see, bro.
I hope, because niggas ain't got that much faith. I'm sorry.
I ain't got faith in none of these studios.
I was not feeling that Superman trailer.
What D said? I have my faith is on the floor.
They haven't even addressed the underwater Mexican niggas yet.
Yeah.
We have blue niggas on the highway and no mention of them niggas since 2019.
Yo.
They just now
about to mention a joint in the middle of the ocean. No, I don't trust James Gunn.
Nah, it's like this. I don't trust James Gunn with certain live action movies. The only one I can say right now besides Guardians of the Galaxy was the new Suicide Squad movie. Honestly, he's going to butcher Superman. The animated series he did, like Eureka Commandos was really good. And Peacemaker was really good. But other than that, the movies,
If every movie you gotta do, you gotta have a furry companion on that motherfucker just to make that shit go. I'm sorry.
No, he gotta tell too many jokes in his movies. I'm like, bro, I seen that dumbass scene with Rocket Raccoon niggas. Who said it? Rob? Oh, he gave so much humanity and heart to a raccoon.
He did.
Fucking coon. That movie was ass. That shit was ass.
And now I hope these niggas score on your whole ass.
Who?
You know who.
Yo, don't start. What I tell you. No first 2025.
Yeah, James Gunn. That's why he had that weasel in that movie. Yeah, bro. James Gunn should not. He should just be used for like.
Yeah, Quick Commando was really good, Rose. It was really good. I enjoyed it from
No furries 2025 is nuts.
Bro.
I need
the Penguin was straight up heat.
But he not even about to be using that though.
I know. That's why I'm
that's the shit that got us pissed even more.
What you mean he ain't gonna use it?
He's not using that Batman. He's not using anything from that universe, including
good nigga. He don't need to.
Nigga, huh?
He might.
Yo,
keep it separate. Keep it
y'all
separate.
think that Batman was good?
Nigga, you don't think that Penguin was good?
The Penguin was, nigga. That Batman is not about to, bro. We just saw Superman fighting a kaiju in that trailer. That Batman couldn't even take on 6 niggas.
That's fair. I give you that.
I understand the practicality of it, but I'm saying just the story and the Batman movie as a whole. Like, it was actually pretty good. It had people pretty excited for the new Batman and how it might interconnect with the DCEU or DCU.
It was just confirmed that he said there's going to be an Elseworlds universe.
Yeah.
So you can get your other shit, but Robert Pattinson Batman don't need to be shit near this new Superman joint.
Sure, I give you that, but I still just don't have the highest hopes in this Superman yet. I need to see more to have more hope in it. So until then, anything that they can get, given DC's track record, I kind of would take. So if Penguin is dope, I don't know if you necessarily should be excluding that universe when you have no track record of making anything great.
We get a more grounded Batman universe on one side and a more fantasy-like universe on the other side.
Yes, Batman and Superman together never made no fucking sense. If anything, have it be Aquaman and Superman if you're gonna do some team up shit. Batman don't even got a plane that can keep up with Superman.
Yeah, I do get that.
Or Superman and Wonder Woman, like, bro, Batman and Superman is just stupid.
Right now, to me, I'm gonna need hopefully during the Super Bowl, they plan on releasing like some full length trailer, and they can bring me back. But that teaser trailer for me, it's nothing about that made me go, oh yeah, DC is like they rolling now, or like they got everything together. I just can't. Given the track record that they have, it's just gonna be terrible. Like that's how I personally feel.
Yo, dead ass. And that shit come out this year. We only got a teaser for it.
I would rather watch DJ Cole Red. Can you put that one? Yeah. Nigga said Aquaman. I would rather watch Aquaman and the Titanic. That is hilarious.
Yo, Rose is not a fan of Superman.
Yeah, and I get that everybody like that though. No, but I do understand where people don't want that version of Superman.
Bro, he was a 30-year-old nigga with no stable job who got his fucking suit in one day, learned how to fly, snapped the nigga neck, and saved the world. And niggas is mad at him. And calling him emo Superman, bro. This Superman is about to be a fucking cuckold.
But it was realistic though at the same time.
Yeah, like when you go back to like the comic book side of Superman, I do understand people just wanting to see more of that. Like the typical
Superman lame as hell for real. And the fact that they put the undies on this nigga suit now, come on.
The boy blue.
Is it true that Lobo is going to be played by Jason Momoa? Is that a real thing, or is it just
yeah.
In the superhero movie, and it's confirmed that bitch gonna be in Superman. Bro, this is just gonna be a whole fucking dumpster fire, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I can't.
Superman's supposed to be bright.
I just can't. I can't latch on yet. I gotta see more, but can't.
Henry Cavill's Superman was out here lifting oil rigs. We got this dumbass nigga getting cans of string beans thrown at the back of his head. This nigga got all these
DJ Cole Red.
You a fucking green mineral. Exactly. Nigga had some kryptonite dust in his nose and started bleeding. The fuck is going on here, bro?
We still got space over on Marvel side. If y'all want to come over here,
Rob, Marvel's dead, nigga.
I'm still over here. Okay,
y'all got DareDevil.
I won't.
Okay,
I'm
closing the invite
in Marvel. And Marvel, Marvel, it's just, I got to see how some of this stuff turn out. Like I said, I'm still not convinced. I think Robert Downey Jr. was, as a lot of people said, it was a money grab. I really do believe that. And I just don't know if I could see him in that Dr. Doom role.
Who, Robert Downey?
Yeah, I can't.
Bro,
I left it alone for a while.
I've only seen this nigga use an accent one time, and that's when he played Sherlock Holmes.
Have y'all watched Oppenheimer?
Yeah, but okay, that's not Dr. Doom.
It's not Dr. Doom, but it is a different character, and he plays that motherfucker.
That's fine. I'm not trying
exquisitely.
I'm not trying to get on Robert Downey Jr.
This nigga is legendary. He
it's
made
not
us
matter of that.
As children believe that he was a whole nigga in Tropical Thunder.
You believe that was a black man?
At first, when I first watched it, yes.
Wait, you did?
I got a bridge to sell you, nigga.
Yeah, that's
wow.
I did not. I I think you're the
looked just
only
like
one
Robert
that
Downey
did.
Jr.
It looked just like him.
I wasn't paying attention that much, man.
Right, Rose. But nigga, Rob used his side role of Oppenheimer to talk about him being Dr. Doom. Rob be saying anything, bro.
Yeah, this nigga is able. His acting prowess is impeccable.
Acting prowess because he's
I'm
bro.
saying.
This nigga played Iron Man, and this might be a hot take, bro. This nigga is literally not even acting when he's playing Iron Man.
This nigga is crazy.
He's playing Robert Downey Jr. Yo, replace me with Rob. Fact. Never send Rob another invite. Send the invite to Code Red. Robert don't need to talk on the mic.
Yeah,
You the reason those be saying podcast equipment need to cost $500.
Yeah, if you need hot takes, I'm good for him.
Yeah, facts. That nigga Rob just be saying some bullshit.
Good stop, y'all. That's what we like to see early. All right, the game started, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but
yeah, go ahead and end it, Rob.
Yeah, go ahead and end it, Rob. All right,
this might be Rob's last show. Oh, Red, be ready.
This nigga's crazy. All right, yeah, y'all going crazy. I'll bomb y'all houses out.
What?
You said I'm Kingpin.
Yeah, nigga, what y'all talking about? All right, then. Appreciate y'all again, though. We'll pick this up another time. We got to write this down because I know we're going to have some back and forth with that Superman topic and Marvel as the state as it's in right now. We'll also dive deep into the other animes that's out right now, Solo Leveling. We didn't get to that, and Sakamoto Days as well. Appreciate y'all again for stopping by. We are going to be in the Discord, so if you need an invite to the Discord, please let us know in the comments right now. We will reply and send you an invite to the Discord. We're about to watch the game, obviously. Bills Mafia. Go Bills in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's your humble host, Sage,
Ravens
again.
slot, oh.
We got Croco's Corner. We got T Smooth. And we got Nino in the fucking building. Thank you, DJ Cole Red and Rose, for stopping by. Appreciate y'all greatly. Hop up in the Discord. Get active with us for this game, all right? Go Bills. Let's go. Peace.
Raven clock.
Stop these